only I had a better countdown. Oh, wait, I do.
Our impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep.
Oh, goddamn hacker, that second damn night that asshole's cut in.
Yeah, there we go! Like that.
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Brothers Hack the Matrix, back at our regular time, 6 p.m. Central Time every Sunday evening. And of course, the brothers are myself and the Highlander. There can be only one. What's up, dude? Rocking and rolling and whatnot.
Yes, sir. Just checking the lighting and whatnot. Woo!
You're good to go, bro.
Look at that.
Look at that. I'm
That's
looking scruffy as shit, and you're damn near clean shaven, bro. What's up
damn
with
near
that?
clean shaven. You know, well, it's tradition here. It's my gift to my lovely wife. Every Valentine's Day, I get rid of the old Santa beard. So,
Yep.
here you go.
Yep. You do it every year, and yeah, then we get to see the chin, the crimson chin that is
It falls into my neck.
the second Adam's apple that Dan has for a
Yeah.
chin.
No doubt.
Oh, so anyway, man, how are you? How you
I'm
been?
good. I'm good.
Haven't
I'm
seen
good.
you in a couple weeks. You were
No,
kind
I'm
of
good. I had a little
on the downside, on the mend. Super Bowl Sunday, and we'll talk about that. But we didn't really text during the Super Bowl.
No, I had a bad stomach virus. I tell you, it knocked me down for a good 3-4 days. Really
Yep.
did.
Well,
57 has not been a good year for me thus far. So, hoping
Well.
for better things.
it will get better, bro. It'll get better. Show us what you're working with tonight.
Okay, so in honor of our people to the north, this is the Godin, right?
The Godin.
Yeah, dude. It's got the old humbuckers, got the volume and tone, and that's it. We got the old split right here if I wanted to split, but I'm too lazy to do that shit. So,
Right.
yeah, we got the old middle, it's up, middle, and then in the bridge position. It's a rocker, man. It's pretty good. It's light. I like it. Yeah.
You said our neighbors to the north. Are you talking about O Canada?
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
You can tell it's hockey season. Dan is singing the national anthem of Canada, and he's got Team USA on.
Yeah.
And we'll be talking about that in the Jockstrap. But you know what we got to start with tonight, man. First of all, what are you doing? You got the agua going. I've got the virus of unknown origin. So
got to work tomorrow.
cheers
I got
to you,
the
sir.
old Ka-ting.
Ting.
This is
I have been chilling.
this is a Christmas gift from my son. Of course, you know.
Nice. LSU Tigers.
There
What's
you
up?
go.
Very nice. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Would like to have seen your son's football team go a little farther, but they just couldn't quite do it. Let's check out the chat and see who's with us tonight before Sly starts chewing my ass. Of course, we've got a certain member of the audience that we have to introduce ourselves because
We have to.
if you read his name on YouTube, you don't know his name, but we do.
There are some who call me Tim.
That's right, Tim. And he says 69. He likes to hear people say 69 for some reason. I don't know. He's a freak. What
are you going to do, man?
Aha, he says 57. How old will you be in 12 years then? Well, you know the answer to that if you know math, my brother. And Awesome One is here. Dude, what's happening? You know, he always says dude because, you know, you can have an entire conversation with the word dude. You know,
you can. All the cool people know this.
Yep. Canada's exports bears, maple syrup, and communism.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. There you go.
All right, boss, take it easy on me. I haven't seen my brother in a couple weeks. He was sick last time I talked to him.
Yo.
He said it's time for the top of the heap, brother. It's time for the top of the heap. We got to get into it. And we all know what that means. We always we bring you the tough stuff right out the gate, so maybe we might have a laugh by the end of the show. So let's get into it.
Eject!
Fire on the flight deck.
This business will get out of control. It'll get out of control and we'll be lucky to live through it.
So much death. What can men do against such reckless hate?
What can men do?
But, you know, things have been
What
looking bad,
can
guys,
men do?
and we've been talking about it. We're actually going to start. Don't worry, I haven't given up on the Ukraine. It's just the Daily Mail apparently has given up on the daily reports. I went to bring up that link today, Dan, and it's talking about this right here. It was talking about Hamas. So Daily Mail has given up on the Ukrainian conflict, but we haven't.
Yeah, I guess it's a bigger story.
We're
The
going to
Gaza
get to
Strip
this
and,
right here. Netanyahu threatens to resume fighting in Gaza if hostages aren't released Saturday. Well,
look, a great man once said, Joe John, if you don't release the hostages pronto, we'll level Toronto.
No doubt, man. We'll level Toronto. Canada, you lousy, stinking, francophonic, bacon-loving bastards. But yeah, apparently they heard the call. They understood he was going to unleash hell if they didn't mess up. You know, so Hamas frees 3 more Israeli hostages in exchange for 369 hostages. That doesn't sound equal to me, bro.
No, one hostage equals 123.
That's it. Good math, Dan. You did that on the fly. I am, man.
Wow, man. That's really bad.
Been working in logistics for a while. Holy shit. The numbers are starting to come natural to him. Wow. That's awesome. Man. And is Toronto still standing? Someone wants to know. But that doesn't seem fair to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But
no,
those numbers don't click.
No.
Just don't get it, man.
Doesn't seem fair at all, does it?
No, it doesn't. But, you know.
So the Daily Caller has moved on to the Gaza Strip, huh?
Okay. I guess so. It has.
They want to cover the United States building of the strip mall in Gaza Strip, I guess. You know.
I was fixing to say, you know what the president said? He said Trump says the U.S. will not be buying Gaza, but we're going to take it, as he addresses Middle East strife. Now, I don't know what his goal is with this, Dan, but
strip mall.
We've talked about this a few times. I don't think we need to be over there at all.
No, we don't. Not at all.
And I don't know what his end game, you know, It was explained
It's a
to me
land
by.
grab. I know exactly what his end game. He's a business guy. It's a land grab, and if the powers in that region allow that to happen, he certainly will grab it.
He said Marla Gaza is what
There you
the
go.
end game is right there.
No big secret there.
I hope he's doing this to try and negotiate something else. I don't know.
He's going to negotiate something else, like an
We'll
old
see.
pipeline. He's going to a resort area. Yeah, look. That's what's going to happen if he has his way. This is his end game. Once he's out of the White House, that's his end game right there.
There's a blessing for helping Israel is why. Yeah, well, he's definitely a guy on their side, no doubt. I just don't know about the Gaza Strip being turned into a resort. That just doesn't sound right to me.
Big golf course, dude, clubs, casinos.
Meanwhile, they do have their Ukrainian war brief. Nice.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Meanwhile, back to the ranch. Ukraine war briefing. U.S. and Russian officials meet in Saudi Arabia without Ukrainians. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Russia's Sergei Lavrov.
Exactly.
Discussing removing unilateral barriers. Trump's Ukraine envoy suggests Europe will be excluded from negotiations. What we know on day 1089. And we kind of knew that this was going to happen. He was going to get the ball rolling over here pretty damn quick. Let's see what else we got here. Russia's elite tank brigade crushed by Kursk as Ukraine pushes forward. What the heck happened here, Dan?
That was an offensive on the Russians' part, and they went through a minefield and they got just slaughtered. And the Ukrainians actually blew through them and started pushing forward themselves. So
maybe that's why these talks have started, man. Russia's probably tired of getting panted, right? He speaks with Putin, says talks to end Ukraine war will begin immediately. Also, we have.
I just don't know how you have talks without the Ukrainians involved.
Right, that doesn't make much sense. It doesn't. Vance Rubio meet with Zelensky as Trump signals Ukraine must make concessions in peace talks. So he has sent Vance over to talk to them. So, this is what I've been hoping would happen when he got in there, get the ball rolling to get this.
Well, it's a good sign. There's actually things happening instead of just let's send them more money, and let the meat grinder just keep on grinding away. So.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, man, look, the story about the tanks being repelled, that just shows you that, Zelensky and his boys are working hard to try and repel them, but
look, they're hardened. Okay.
Yeah. They are.
They're handling business, and it was not a walk in the park as Putin thought it was. And here we are, how many years? And
it's 3 years now.
Yeah, it's a football game. They're chewing up the middle of the field. So Ukraine's not going away. They're not laying down. And Putin's that's costing them a lot of money.
Yep. Someone says Zelensky has been a CIA pawn. Well, you know what I think of this? I've been saying it since day one. It's a money laundering scheme by the Biden administration. That's what I've always thought it was. And because we keep seeing videos coming out of this place of downtown, their major city, and people are going out on Saturday nights. I mean, it's just it's very strange what's going on over there, man. But let's hope they can get that thing shored up and get that taken care of. That's what's going on the top of the heap this week. Look, man,
that's what's happening.
Does he have to yell at me every time I turn around, Dan?
Yo.
He said it's a jockstrap time. It's time for those millionaires that try and influence us in a different way, try and make us root for them, and But sometimes it's just But this guy right here draining the threes, though.
Jake, and the stroke on this cat right here. I mean, in the face. Come on, dude. Come on, Jake.
But you know what we've got to talk about first up. Now, we do have a few stories in Jockstrap this week. You know what happened last week about this time? It had just kicked off, and boy, did we I called it a different way. I thought the Chiefs would win it in a close one. And you know what it seemed like to me, Dan? It seemed like to me that that when they tried to convert that fourth down and there was that offensive pass interference penalty on A.J. Brown on their first drive, from that point on, it was like, okay, the Eagles' whole sideline said, okay, fine. If you're going to be that way, we're just going to beat the living shit out of you is what we're going to do. And the final was 40-22, but that score did not indicate what that game was.
No, I mean, I didn't see the game. I looked at the stat line, and what jumps out at me is the sacks, the turnovers. And the one thing, I mean, we can talk about skill players all you want.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't control the line of scrimmage, you're not going to win football games.
And that's what they did, Danny. They never blitzed once. It looked like the Tampa Bay Brady's Bucks against the Chiefs. They never blitzed once. The down 4 got after him, and he never had a chance to throw the ball.
Look, Brady lost the Super Bowl 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 times he ran up against defenses, the 2 New York Giants and the Eagle defense. They could get after the quarterback with a down 4.
With 4 guys. Yep.
He got his ass whooped on all 3 of those. I mean, you can be the great – look, Mahomes is a great quarterback, but if he cannot get back there, if you can't even get to your drop,
right,
you're getting hit.
Yeah, he's getting smoked. I mean, just looking around, his eyes dropped immediately in the first.
It looked like Venus flytrap. It just went boom. It just collapsed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They did a great job on him. And, the other side of the ball, the Chiefs did exactly what you could tell what their game plan was. Saquon Barkley was not going to be the thing that beat him. And Jalen Hurts, they picked their poison, and it didn't work out for him because Jalen Hurts.
You look at his stat line, he didn't have a monster game, but they got short field, pick 6. I mean, those things.
It was complimentary football, and they won the battle in the trenches.
The field goal kicker was money. Just boom after boom after boom.
They got backed up 3 times on field goals, and he was just like, "Fine, okay, I'll just put it through anyway."
Yeah, he handled business, dude. For real.
Look, they won impressively. They really did. I am no Eagles fan. Let me tell you, I was rooting for the Chiefs because I really can't stand the Eagles.
Well, I called the Chiefs from day one. They're going to figure out a way to win, but yeah, Mahomes is their straw, and if he was just getting
what's jacked up. Patrick Mahomes apologizes after Chiefs' painful Super Bowl 2025 loss. I let y'all down today. No, Patrick, you didn't, man. I mean, you can't catch the ball, first of all, because whenever he did get a pass off, DeAndre Hopkins, Kelsey himself, they were dropping balls, Dan. They were all out of sync.
If I'm a Chiefs fan, I'm loving this right here because the guy still got passion. He's going to take it for the team, and they're going to be there next year.
I'm just saying, I wanted to show you this headline because I was like, no, man. I understand why he did it, but he was not the reason why they lost.
Well, no, I mean, anybody watched the game would know that. But look, he feels like he could do better. So.
You hit the quarterback enough, they all become mortal.
Derek Carr would have said, I had no protection. Yeah, guys drop balls.
Aaron Rodgers would have been saying that same shit.
That way.
Divas would have been doing that.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is a team player. He came out there and said that.
You never heard Breeze say anything bad about his teammates. You never heard Tom Brady call out any teammates.
Right, yeah.
Those guys didn't do that.
That's for sure. We can just skip this topic. Das Wolfman. Yeah, but he didn't feel bad, man. I mean, how can he, man? They've been to 3 Super Bowls in a row.
You want to win them all, right? So, hey.
Yeah. Well, in true Philadelphia fashion, boys and girls,
dude,
chaos fills the Philadelphia as Eagles fans celebrate rout Chiefs in Super Bowl 59, and they had a few arrests and they turned over some cars and stuff. Yeah, the Philly fans showed out like they usually do. That's for sure. Let's see. Eagles Super Bowl winning coordinator Kellen Moore will become the Saints head coach. I guess he didn't. I guess the Philadelphia Eagles head coach's words just fell on deaf ears, I guess.
Let's run it again.
He said, hey, let's run it back again, right? He's like, nah, I'm going to go ahead and go down to New Orleans.
Hey, it's his time to take a shot at that,
That's it. Now,
I'm excited. As a Saint fan, I'm excited. I know we're a long way from being competitive again, but it's nice to see them bring in a young mind. I think he's going to, from the names I've seen him bringing in, they're going to, bringing a good staff, and he's going to have a roster it's an old roster. The cap is in bad shape.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. Yeah.
They've
Last
got
time
some
we were
things
this
to do.
bad off as an organization, they brought in a young offensive-minded guy, and it turned out pretty well for us.
Yeah,
so.
it did. You guys were in the Super Bowl a couple years later and won it. First
and I'm
time in their
laughing
history.
at these freaking Dallas Cowboy fans who, look, Kellen Moore, he was not the problem for the Cowboys because they had a top 5 offense. They were scoring points.
Yeah.
Went to San Diego, they scored points. Goes to
Mhm.
Philadelphia, they win the Super Bowl. They're scoring points.
Yeah.
He's not the problem. So
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to see, because some coordinators do well in the coordinator spot and they don't do as well.
Sure.
I mean, just look at the guy that lost on the Chiefs side. We always preach about Spags all the time, but his time as a head coach was horrible,
bad.
So some guys are coordinators. Josh McDaniels on the offensive side. That guy has destroyed not one, but 2 different franchises trying to be their head coach. But he's been a great offensive mind.
Dennis Allen will do well in Chicago on their defense.
Dude,
their defense is going to be tough.
How smart were the moves that the Bears made in the offseason, bro, as far as coaching? They got Ben Johnson from the Detroit Lions to be their head coach, to bring that kid along, and they hired Dennis Allen. And like you said, he may not have been a great head coach, but he had a big hand in that defense that's been playing really well over the last few years.
And that defense made Tom Brady look just average every time he played him. Every time.
And he was a coordinator in that for Greg Williams. So, yeah, for sure. Absolutely, man. Okay. And also in Jockstrap this week, Danny's going to fill us in on the
Four Nation
face-off, reminiscent of an introduction to old school hockey to a 13-year-old Bloomington, Minnesota. Okay.
Oh, the Four Nations is typically it's Russia's involved in this thing, but this year it's I believe it's Sweden, Germany, Canada, and United States. So far, United States is 2-0. I think they beat Germany. No, I think they beat Finland. Anyway, second one they were up against the favorite Canada, and they had their way. And during the national anthem, a lot of boos rained down on the United States team. And as soon as that puck dropped, the gloves went off. Fisticuffs started happening. It was like watching old school hockey, man. It was really
wow.
And like 4 fights broke out in the first 5 minutes of the game. And you roll the clip that USA, they had their way. They played well and they won that game going away. So
well, let's take a look at it. Here's some highlights of the Four Nation playoff.
Well, it's NHL is out for 2 weeks, so I don't pay too much attention to it. But because of the climate in the world the way it is now, and things between the United States and Canada with tariffs and nonsense like that, so it's an added thing. And USA after getting booed heavily, they went on to win and beat the home team there. So good for
Can you hear this?
Saber, empty net.
Yeah.
Nice, Larkin.
I'm just wondering. Empty net. Oh no. The empty nets are always so beautiful. They are.
So it's exciting to see. I think NHL is trying to do some things to up its rating because it's really struggling here last, I'd say 5 years. The ratings
it started with the strike, right? And then they had some mismanagement of their product, really. And
I'm telling you right now, for me, when they went exclusively with ESPN, I didn't care for that at all. So I'm sure they lost some viewership there. I much prefer to be able to watch the games on their app, NHL Network, like NBA's got, NFL's got. But they went exclusively under the ESPN flag, and you know how I feel about the ESPN, so I'm sure they lost a lot of viewership.
You mean the Communist News Network? I mean the Bet Moneyline Network. I mean, I'm sorry, ESPN. Yeah, I don't watch ESPN. So
kudos to the United States, and hopefully they can go on and win that thing, and we'll see what happens.
Das Wolfen says Canada and the U.S. had a brawl, and a hockey game broke out.
We won that too. So there you
go. So there you go. We won the brawl and everything else. So,
we beat them up and we beat them. There you go.
Oh, Canada. But anyway, we've got a lot of friends in Canada. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah,
quite a few up there.
This is, you know what? Unfortunately, it's us down at the ground levels got to stare at each other when these people way up here make these policies, and
yeah,
here we are down here. You know, so
exactly.
we're all just trying to make it. So
that's it. All right, boss. Man, does he have to yell at me all the time, Dan?
Yo.
He says time for the flick.
Freaking Fluke Starbucker, dude. We need to rethink this whole thing. I'm sick of looking at that guy.
Okay. You need me. You want me to start refreshing, getting new?
Let's just get some new
videos?
stuff in here, man.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll get some new videos in here this week. Yeah. Okay.
Fluke Starbucker. You're standing. Oh my god. That whole.
Come on, bro.
No, I'm sorry.
He wasn't a Jedi yet. Give him
He's
a break.
Like doing some kind of freaking calendar pose and get his. Darth was like, you know what? I'm gonna cut your freaking hand off, you goof. Whack.
Cut you down.
Pay attention to me when you're fighting me, bro.
Wow. Okay, so we've got the box office numbers. These are projections because we still got tonight to go. But Captain America, Brave New World. I was about to say New World Order because that's what it was supposed to be.
New World.
It's all new. I like to call it Captain Exposition. What did I call it this morning when I was talking?
You like to call it that, huh? I like to call.
Yeah, it was Brave New something. I can't remember. Shush up! I've had a Corona. Give me a break. Anyway, it made $88 million domestically. Paddington in Peru made 13. Heart Eyes in its second week made 10,000. I don't even know what that's about. I don't know what that is.
I think it's 10 million, right? That's not 10,000. That's 10 million, right?
10 million. Did I say 10,000? I'm sorry.
Yes, you did.
10 million. 9 million goes to Dog Man, which has been out for a week, and Enza 2.
I don't even know.
Made 7 million.
Okay.
So, but Captain America, I was bored yesterday and I went and saw it, and it's. Let me tell you, Dan.
You went and saw it Saturday morning. She had nothing bad to say about it.
It's not bad, but
yeah, that's what she said.
It's not great either.
That's what she said.
Exactly. That's what she said.
It's not bad.
I like Anthony Mackie, but you know they kind of amped up the Hood vibe with him. He had just got done saving the world, and he's on his way to the White House, and they're in a limo with a bottle of Dom Perignon. The only thing that was missing was a stripper and a stripper pole. It was stupid. I was like, "What is this?"
Captain America was drinking Dom
Yes, man. Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right, does it? At best, maybe a Budweiser, but he's not.
The leader
time for that dude.
The leader, man. Why did they mess him up? They gave him a broccoli head. They didn't make his head tall, Dan. They made his head look like it was a head of broccoli or something. You would have been like, "What is this?"
Well,
you
know? I look.
Look.
And
the other thing is this: Captain America has taken the super soldier serum, right? Our man Anthony Mackie has not. Okay, he's a regular guy like you and me, and he's fighting the Red Hulk without a helmet, and he survived it, bro.
Doesn't he have an enhanced suit like Black Panther?
Without a helmet. Let me repeat that, Dan.
Yeah.
Sunglasses on.
It is a comic book, dude. It's Marvel hero. You know? The Red Hulk doesn't like hitting people in the face for whatever reason. I don't
know. Oh, man. Look, I had to go like this at one point because his shit's been made by Wakanda, and it's got the thing like the Black Panther has where he can release the energy that's taken in.
Yes.
And he doesn't have his helmet on and releases the shit.
Yeah,
and
my thing is when he hits Mach whatever, why is his face not skin just getting blown off his face, man?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, it was okay, but it's not. Look, the fact that Marvel thinks that this is the level they need to be at with a big tentpole movie. No,
it's all about the money grab.
It's nowhere near as good as the other three Captain America movies.
No,
that's for damn sure. It's nowhere near as good.
It's a Brave New World, bro. Come on,
yeah,
man.
Brave New World. Das Wolfen says I was wrong. It did better than I thought it would. I was also
my wife said,
than I expected. Also better than expected. Not great, but watchable. It had some moments. Yeah, look, the relationship between him and the new Falcon, the guy that took his place, was pretty cool. It's a Hispanic fella.
Yeah.
But man, You know, and Harrison Ford's a good actor, so you know, he was decent in it. But some of the stuff made me just go, really? Do they not understand how things work? He gets stabbed in the chest when he's fighting the guy that's the serpent dude, right? The guy from Breaking Bad. What's his name, Dan? You know who I'm talking about, the older black actor.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, he's in it.
I know what you're
and
talking
he gets stabbed by him, and he also takes one of these little pickaxes and gets him right in like his floating rib. But they say he had a Kevlar shirt on. It's fine. I'm telling you, buried the blade into this guy, but the Kevlar shirt apparently, I guess, kept him from dying or
It does.
something?
Kevlar is known to do that. Yeah.
Just magically.
It acts as a healing agent immediately.
It's just, look, yeah. And they miss some opportunities too. But anyway, you guys go see it if you want to. I'm here to tell you, wait till it comes on video. It's not that great a movie. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's not Marvel. You know, the stuff before Endgame was fantastic. Everything since, with the exception of like Deadpool, has been, you know what I mean?
I'm still hoping for the Planet Hulk trilogy, which
that would be nice.
Would be great.
Maybe when they work the bugs out of this stupidness they want to go through.
Because it's a great story. It's a great story. Yep. And should be told like the Batman trilogy. I mean, it can be really good, you know.
Yeah.
But Marvel's
yeah, I know. Das Wolfen says, I loved Isaiah Bradley being in it. I wish they would have some flashbacks of him in the suit, like the red, white, and black graphic novel. Yeah, that would have been cool. Absolutely. And this guy's name is Giancarlo Esposito, is the actor's name that's in Breaking Bad. But anyway, it's fine. It's not a killer. You know what I mean? But even the main character's going, I should have taken the super soldier serum. He says it a couple of times. Even he knows, you know, he's not going to be able to withstand certain shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next up, let's talk about the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Now, Kendrick Lamar slammed for worst ever Super Bowl 2025 halftime performance, takes aim at Drake. Now, I have to tell you, I didn't understand half of what this guy was saying, but that doesn't matter when I listen to rap music, okay? Yeah. I enjoyed the show. I thought it was good myself. I thought it was a good show. I did. I didn't understand half of what he was talking about, but he definitely took shots at Drake. Apparently, these guys have a feud that goes back a few years.
Well, he's accused Drake of being a pedophile.
Yeah. That was some of the symbolism. You see the chain he's got on? A minor is what he's got on his chest. Lowercase A minor.
Okay.
This whole thing was a knock at him. He even had Serena Williams and what is homegirl's name?
Harangue? I don't know.
I can't remember her name. Let's see. Drake unleashes furious rant about his ex after former girlfriend's. Oh yeah. SZA. She was a singer that was on there with him. And Serena Williams is out there doing the crib dance she used to get in trouble with on the court. Yeah. You know. But anyway, joined his hip hop nemesis Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl at halftime. Yeah, he went off on a show in Australia about them doing that. Just didn't like it very much. You know what I mean?
Drake's Australian, right? No, he's Canadian, isn't he? I don't know.
I'm not sure where he's from.
I think he's Canadian.
But here's the thing that kills me right here, man. And you can shed more light on this to me. I didn't think they needed to do this, but it says the NFL apologizes, admits they regret picking Kendrick Lamar for Super Bowl 59 halftime show. Now this has to do with something to do with a local rapper down in New Orleans, right, Dan?
Well, Lil Wayne is from New Orleans area, and he's a big donor to the NFL. Mm-hmm. You know, beyond being a fan, he's a Green Bay Packer fan. He's a huge donor. Donates a lot of money to the NFL, and you know, it was widely considered that he would be performing at this year's, you know, New Orleans-based Super Bowl. He's from the New Orleans area. He's well known. People know Lil Wayne, and but they went with this cat instead. So,
well,
you're like, sorry, man, just keep the money coming in. That's what that's all about.
Right? Well, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Jay-Z has a big hand in which people play at the Super Bowl. He's a consultant with them, I think. So he had a big hand in this year's show and everything. So yeah, they dropped the ball, I think, with not even, even if you're going to have Kendrick Lamar as your head guy, why not have the local guy show up, and do a song.
All he's going to do is go, yeah.
Right?
What? You can have that on the stage, man. You had Serena.
Yeah.
There's no room for Lil Wayne? Come on, man.
Come on, bro. What's up with that?
Huge producer, man. This
Josh
guy
Wolfman says Metallica for Super Bowl 60. I'm like, look, I'm turning 60 this year, man. That wouldn't be a good birthday present for me because I still hold them responsible for NAFTA going under. So, fuck Metallica.
that really struck a lot of people that were Metallica fans because Metallica made a lot of money in their fan base on bootlegs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bootlegs.
Yeah.
And then to come out like that against NAFTA, that was kind of weird. So
Jay-Z is going down with Diddy. We'll see.
The Diddy committee.
We'll see. The Diddy committee. Also in this week's Flicks report, we have some sad news to report. We've got a gentleman here that I recognize. He's never the big guy, but he's been in a lot of movies. Heavy metal.
Heavy metal.
Yeah. Got me talking about heavy metal with the Metallica talk. Full Metal Jacket star Kevin Howard, Major Howard, dies at 69 after weeks of respiratory problems. He gave so much to the world. The actor's family said he died at a Las Vegas hospital on February 14th. He was actually supposed to be on Pop Culture Minefield's channel in the next couple of months. He's a friend of that channel, and I know they're taking it hard over there. Gary's a big fan. He's friends with him, and this guy, I remember him in Full Metal Jacket, but
Rafter Man.
Was it Deadpool, the Clint Eastwood movie he was in?
I believe it was. He was in the hallway.
Yeah.
Be careful with the dog shit you.
Be careful with the dog shit you. Yeah.
He had bit parts here and there. He's recognizable. You've seen in a lot of movies, especially in the 90s. There's a lot of stuff.
I think he was a regular in the Clint Eastwood movies, back in the day. But anyway, it's sad to see.
Too young, 69, man. Come on now.
Yeah.
Got a lot
Rafter Man. That was his name in Full Metal Jacket. Rafter Man. Yep. No doubt. Mm-hmm.
Sitting there going, in the helicopter.
Right? He couldn't hang, man. Get some. He's like, he's not going to use it. Oh, man. But you know what? We're not done with the flicks yet, boys and girls. Because, we can't get done with the flicks until we get done with the
Diddy files, bro.
Got to get into the Diddy files. We got to be talking some Diddy when we get out here. And, some of this stuff is actually going Diddy's way this week, boys and girls. First of all, we've got this story here. Diddy sues NBC for $100 million over explosive documentary claims. They did a documentary on him, and apparently some of it, he says, is bullshit, and he's going to sue the shit out of him.
I don't know if they just ran it by him before they launched that shit. So
right. Not a good look for NBC. Really not. I mean,
I hope they get freaking taken to the cleaners. I mean, this guy, he's still innocent until it's proven guilty. There's a lot of damning evidence out there already, but if NBC takes a bloody nose on that one, good. Because these media outlets need to start checking their facts.
They do. They need to get back to journalism.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just throw it out there.
Shit out there.
Also, Jay-Z, Sean Diddy Combs, alleging. I'm sorry. It looks like I cut it off. Here we go.
What?
Woman withdraws.
Whole different story.
Get the entire headline in here, right? Woman withdraws civil lawsuit against Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs, alleging she was raped at age 13. Very interesting. Why would she withdraw said suit?
Because she made some undisclosed murder.
You think maybe some settlement on the side?
I think so.
Or was and you know, look, like you said, he's got his day in court coming. You know, you're innocent until proven guilty. And look, I'm not saying this guy is innocent at all. I mean, we know he's done some shit for sure.
He's
But
got
I
so many
think
suits against him. Some of these hanger-ons are going to get disproven and they're going to fall away.
some of them are going to go like this one,
Yeah.
right? Some of them may be people just trying to get some cash,
And
right?
the keys and say, okay, I'm out of here.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I'm going to go now.
100,000? Good. I'm out of here. Deuce.
All right,
Yeah.
boss. Hey, I can't joke around with my brother. Come on. He said it's time for the earthquakes, baby. It's
Oh, my
time for the
goodness.
earthquakes.
Come
It
on.
is time to see what's shaking up the
Look,
world.
that person driving down the center lane, they didn't see that huge cracks coming. They just drove right through it. I mean, let's power through, honey. We can make it.
Well, you know what? We start with trains, planes, and automobiles tonight.
Dude, that's me after the beginning of every morning
At the
meeting.
beginning of every shift.
I'm like, what the bleep, 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 bleep.
Bleep, 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 bleep.
I'm pushing so hard for automated forklifts. You have no idea, dude.
Motley Crue's Vince.
Like, come
Now,
on.
look, you were the voice of the working man at one point, bro.
I love
Now you're like, dude,
12
if
years
you're
as
not
a
gonna fix
logistics
your
manager.
shit, I'm gonna have to fix it for
Why
you.
did he run the forks through the dock door? I don't even fucking know.
Let's see. Motley Crue's Vince Neil breaks silence after fatal private plane crash involving girlfriend. Now, the pilot was killed in this, but he apparently made enough moves to where he was able to save Vince Neil's girlfriend and his daughter.
What kind of moves would he have to make where he dies
know,
and
but
they
it-
live?
The plane veered from the runway, causing it to collide with another plane, is what the statement said. So yeah, this is his girlfriend, and I'm sure you guys have seen the video. It's not here, but yeah, he was very grateful that they made it out alive, and that's wow. I mean, all these plane crashes we've been hearing about, man. You know, I just think it's a symptom of the infrastructure myself, Dan. I think that's a lot of it. We've got to. Well, you know how important preventive maintenance is when it comes to that stuff, and you've got to
Absolutely.
keep these things up to par. And
Absolutely.
I think it's fallen by the wayside. Kelly Chow says, "Hey to everybody, what's going on?" That's what we're filling you in on, bro. That's what we're filling you in on. Next up, this one almost got the Simple Jack this week. Boy Scouts of America officially changes its name to be gender inclusive, Dan. Scouting America President and CEO Roger Carone said now would be a good time for the name change following the organization's exit of a years-long bankruptcy in tandem with membership growth. Interesting. Bankruptcy. Why'd you go bankrupt?
Well, I mean,
First 15 years, it was the Boy Scouts of America. Its name is now Scouting America. Changed to Scouting America. That's what it's going to be in the future. Scouting America. Dan.
yeah, well, they're rebranding. They're trying to capture more memberships.
Mhm.
They've taken a lot of heat for a while for not unlike the Catholic Church.
I was fixing to say the Catholic priests kind of thing. They've fallen
masters,
under that.
whatever they call them, being little freakazoids. So you got to rebrand and try to reestablish yourself. A lot of good came out of the Boy Scouts, and if they're able to, salvage that brand, and because it is a good organization,
It is.
It gives young people instead of young boys an avenue to explore and learn and become better people. Because they donate time, they donate to causes, and so rebranding, Scouting of America, everybody's included. That's cool. I just wonder if every organization throughout the world is going to be all inclusive like everybody else is being forced to be, because we've got some institutionalized places that are exclusive to race, religion, so
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a slippery slope that I don't like that we're going down.
Yeah, I was fixing to say, yeah, there's certain things. I don't want to be in the Girl Scouts. I'm a guy,
Wait a minute, can't be the Girl Scouts anymore, dude. Can't.
Scouting America.
Be,
but I was in Weeblos. That's as far as I went.
Brownie Mafia. That's what they ought to change.
Brownie.
Yeah. Everybody knows what that is.
There you go.
Call it what it is, man.
Well, I never was in the Boy Scouts. I got up to Weeblos. That's what I did. I finished up with Weeblos. So.
But I mean, that was a part of the journey, though, right? With the Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, I was in it, but I just didn't. I didn't work my way through.
Yeah, we didn't stay long enough to progress up to all that Eagle Scout and kick ass. I can survive.
We weren't outdoorsmen like that. You know what I mean? We really weren't when we were kids. But us going outside, that was me going to RFK trip, dude. And you were going outside to friggin' go crawfishing.
Yeah,
so,
dude. We got pictures of you launching rockets into outer space. Yeah. So you're good to go, man.
A rocket project and everything. Okay. Also, this week we find out that the FBI says it has discovered new files on the JFK assassination. Apparently, through microfilm and other things, they found up to 2,400 new records. So.
Heavily redacted.
Have to keep an eye on that stuff and see what's going to be yielded out of that. So
nothing.
Yeah.
They're never going to come out and say, "Yeah, the government killed its own president." They're not going to do that.
You don't think so?
No.
We'll see.
Oh man,
probably all going to be redacted.
Yeah, heavily redacted.
Speaking of trains, planes, and automobiles,
going to read like this: the only. But sincerely, there you go.
Now, we had a story recently where they were getting Guantanamo Bay ready for the worst of these deportees. Apparently, Venezuela has said, "Yeah, we'll take them in our prisons," right? And 2 flights carrying U.S. deportees are headed to Venezuela as we speak. Alleged gang members aboard. So, yeah,
some bad dudes right here,
and they're headed back to Venezuela. And from what I hear, Venezuelan jails are not nice. They're not nice.
These gangs have to be all inclusive as well.
I don't know. Is Margarita running one of them, or what do you think, dude?
Can they be a full patch member? I don't think so.
Hegsworth rules out NATO membership for Ukraine and says Europe must be responsible for the country's security. I mean. Okay, this is our new Joint Chiefs guy, right? He's the head of the Joint Chiefs, and I really think you have to keep that stance. You can't let the Ukraine get into NATO at this point. You really can't. I mean,
is Russia in NATO?
I don't see how Russia would allow that. You know what I mean? So
is Russia in NATO?
No. They're not in NATO, I don't think. No.
And you can't let Ukraine in because of what Russia may think?
What may end up happening is that
isn't it already
NATO might want to put missiles there one day. That's the whole thing. It's kind of like Cuba was with us, Dan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
More baseball players want to play majors.
All we need from Venezuela is more baseball players who want to play in the majors.
Brutal.
Good Lord.
Brutal.
Mall tragedy. Terrifying moment. Huge explosion tears through shopping mall, killing at least 4 and injuring 26 shoppers in Taiwan. Now, you see right here.
A bank of those massage machines must have blown up.
And it happened in a food court, Dan. Apparently, they're thinking this was a gas buildup explosion that happened in a food court. Yeah.
Everybody over there farting, and all of a sudden, boom.
Right. Let's see. It will be a fair trade if they send us more baseball players with big league dreams. Oh, man. Listen to this guy.
Brutal.
Keely Chow is brutal.
Brutal.
Let's see. FEMA yanks back $80 million that New York City meant to cover hotel costs for migrants. Yeah, this is some of what we're uncovering with the Danny hates this. Danny hates anagrams. Okay, he does not like it. The Department of Government Efficiency,
We're so
better
lazy
known as
now. Just
DOGE.
The douche.
This is some of the stuff they're uncovering. But we were talking a couple days ago, Dan, and this, a lot of people get mad at Trump about this, but this had to be done at some point. They had to dig into this. And
my wife and I were talking about this morning. It's look, both sides of that aisle created this bloated, fucking all-encompassing government that was not the intent. And absolutely, everybody knows there's government inefficiency and red tape. And so somebody, look at our debt is just climbing through the roof. Somebody had to audit this piece of shit. Yeah. And, Trump, for better or worse, he is outside the norm. And he's brought in people that are outside the norm, business people. And everybody knows the private sector is all about efficiency. It's not about just blowing through money. And as a taxpayer, I can appreciate that. Yeah. Pissing my money away and grabbing more of my money. Yep. Somebody had to do it, And
a lot of the stories we have here in the article, in the earthquakes part.
Real families are going to be affected by this. Yes. Yes.
In more ways than one. You're going to have people losing jobs.
500 inspectors in a department where you only need 2, really.
Right.
People are going to be affected.
Yes, and they are.
You and I didn't create this.
No.
We funded it, but we didn't create it.
And look, he extended, he gave them severance packages to where they could have, they could have expected, several people accepted them that were paying them through September. I didn't get that. When they closed my plant, Dan, I had 2.5 months severance just because of the time served there. That's all I had. Yep. After that, I had to find a job. So, this happens, and I hate it for you folks that are losing a job from this, but you know what? You will bounce back. You'll be fine. I mean, it's changed. Some changes are good, and
well, I mean, the bill's coming due.
Yeah, it's come due, and we got to take care of it.
Everybody knew that this was happening. It's going to happen.
Now, anything that the legal system's still working, guys. I mean, a judge extends pause on Trump's dismantling of U.S. AID through February 21st. And that, they've got some questions about some of the stuff that he shut down. So you've still got, he's making executive orders, but not all of them are going to happen right away because the legal system is still a check and balance.
We do have checks and balances. We do have checks and balances. He's not a dictator. He just doesn't have carte blanche to just wave a pen and do things. It's got to go through the system. And but I'm glad somebody is finally taking notice. They've got the super majority. Now they need to pass a fucking budget bill.
That's the thing. He can do so much through executive orders, but the next step is making laws to nip this shit in the bud. That's what really needs to happen for sure. Let's see what's next here. Trump administration begins mass layoffs across multiple federal agencies. Sources say layoffs are initially impacting probationary employees. So he's starting with the ones that are brand new. The guys with tenure, they're not going to go as fast. What else we have here? Oh yeah. Apple and Google restore TikTok to their U.S. app stores. You can re-download it now, guys, if you got rid of it. Gee, that didn't last long, did it, Dan?
No.
I believe I said something about there being way too much money involved with that app. It was not going to go away in the United States.
Yeah. Especially when you got a businessman in the White House. I mean,
I'm telling you, man.
He's made it known he's a fan of TikTok. So,
yep. Mark Cunningham, good to see you, man. He says trickle down economics. Sounds like the Reagan years, doesn't it? Yeah. Pretty sure everybody had a.
The thing is, people are up in arms about this guy going in and making slash and government slash. Last time this on this scale was Bill Clinton came in there and started slashing.
He did it. Yeah. There was a guy on the other side of the aisle did it. Yep. He did it too. Activists, judges appointed by Obama and Biden are the ones stopping it. The Democrats and rhinos are scared to death as they will be exposed for their grift. Yes, they are. And they should be scared, man. They should be scared. Let's see. Next up, I don't understand this one. U.S. aircraft carrier collides with ship in the Mediterranean.
They're hard to see, dude. Aircraft carriers are hard to see. They're stealthy. You know,
they are mammoth boats, bro. What the hell?
The Navy, dude. I mean, they're secretive. Next thing you know, boom, there's aircraft carrier there. You never even saw it coming.
Oh man!
And then you run into it. You know,
it was in the vicinity of the Port of Said of Egypt in the Mediterranean Sea. I just don't understand how that happens, man. I just don't get it.
Stealthy. Stealthy.
Yeah, an aircraft carrier is stealthy. Yikes.
Stealthy, dude.
Too much, man.
Never see it. Never see it coming.
Let's see. Mark says, it's life or death. We need to know the breeding habits of racist transgender mice high on marijuana.
Wow.
He's talking about some of the shit they've been researching with
That's a mouthful right there. Yeah. They really do. You look through the grants that are sent out in these different programs. It's crazy what our taxpayer monies are diverted to.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Now this one surprised me, dude.
Diverted to support these perverted islands and hotels and mansions that they got and do their little weird shit. You know.
Yeah. Plenty invested in that, right?
You want to talk about opening up public? What do you call it? The death sentence. We need to start looking at these freaking grifting politicians.
Yeah. Well, I don't subscribe to the
capital punishment, dude. Set people straight.
I hear you. You and I differ on that one. As far as I'm concerned, there's one judge, bro, and he's the
he'll judge him too.
Oh, he will. He will.
No doubt.
Okay. Department of Justice files motion to dismiss charges in Mayor Eric Adams, who we have talked about frequently on this show.
What a flip this thing
after several prosecutors resign. The mayor was charged with corruption related to taking bribes.
I mean,
they're talking about dismissing charges.
You talk about a total 180 on this gig right here.
Yes.
I
would like to know what's caused
dropping off the case, and I mean, it's like 7 prosecutors. I mean,
that is crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yes, weird shit is going on with this story. So
we're gonna have some strange days coming up ahead, man. We really are. We're gonna have to keep an eye on it. Here's another one that I actually started laughing when I saw this, bro. Russia wants the U.S. to hand over the names of Russians who received USAID funding. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. Hold on. We'll get those names for you right away, goofballs. You want what?
I thought that was hilarious. I was like, oh my God. I mean, this just tells you, man, some of this stuff is just, have you seen some of the stuff that USAID was responsible for? No. We're talking like Sesame Street in fucking Iraq and just crazy shit, dude. Crazy shit. You need to look that up, Dan. Mark is laughing. Let's see. I would be shocked if tax dollars were going to experiments to see if animals can be depressed by having them watch old Dallas Cowboys playoff games. Good Lord. These guys are having a good laugh with this shit. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, talk about people being affected. Washington, D.C. housing market plummets as DOGE lays off thousands of federal workers.
Yeah. People who had bought homes, now they're putting them on the market, man, for cut rate prices. And people that, and this is the other one, if you keep reading that article, people that bought homes, I mean, a distance from their office, who are now being asked to, appear in the office, and they're selling their homes and getting closer to where they're supposed to be, so their commute is not so far away. I mean, look, if you can show that you're doing your job, I think remote, work is good as long as you're doing your job. But there's got to be checks and balances. There's got to be responsibility. You got to be able to see who's on the job, If that means
my wife works from home. I know exactly.
I don't know how you do it, but
she still has to go in the office.
Check in for a month at a time, So can't have that. Again, that's my taxpayer dollars just get this
out the window. My wife works from home, and she's customer service with a utility company, and she has to go into work. at least once every month or two, I think, something like that. That they tell them well beforehand, but we have to make arrangements for her to go to work.
Yeah, Kim works from home. She's worked from home for decades now.
Forever. Yeah.
But it seems like once in a quarter, she's got to go
She's got to show up. Yeah.
to the motherland and down in Houston and do that thing. So, yeah.
All right. What else we got here? This one's interesting. Jack the Ripper finally identified by DNA match after all these years. And for a long time, they thought this guy was a surgeon or a doctor of some sort.
Yeah, associated with the royal family. But apparently, this guy who's claiming, he had the testing done. He somehow got a garment from the crime scene. He purchased a garment, supposedly had semen of the murderer on there, had the semen tested, and it comes back to a barber that was actually on the person of interest list initially in the investigation. So the guy was a barber, and apparently back in the day, 1818, I think it was, a barber had to be well versed in human anatomy. So it's not a stretch, and the guy had a sketchy past, a lot of psychological problems, and known to be very violent. And but anyway, the match came back, and because I guess he got some samples from family members down the line, and had the testing done. And this guy's been identified, and he was on the initial list of people, suspects that were looked at. So there you go.
Wow, that's crazy. So they were
Barber
on
from Seville, whacking people.
A barber of Seville.
Yeah.
Whacking it up. Let's see. Mark says all government officials should $0 paychecks. I don't know about that. They need to be paid, but what needs to be cut off is the extra money that they make on the side. That's what they need to really look at the reform doing that.
The problem with the government, a lot of these things don't have any oversight. A lot of these jobs don't have oversight like you do in the private sector.
Right.
Checks and balances. And it sounds like a lot of these people are just left to their own to do whatever. And they're pulling down big money and, pensions and things of that nature. Again, you run it like the private sector. There's got to be oversight. There's got to be audits. There's got to be performance, looked at. I don't know. And a lot of that goes on in the government, other than the military. So there you go.
Can anyone imagine if the prostitutes Jack the Ripper killed were actually vampires? Oh my God.
Pretty sure they were.
I'm pretty sure they were. Let's see what else we got.
Use a silver razor blade.
We got here under earthquakes. Massive data breach exposes Americans' financial details, names, card numbers, PINs, and more at risk. Over 500,000 Americans' sensitive data at risk after North Bay, healthcare cyber attack.
Yep.
Exposed records included financial, medical, and personal information, raising identity theft concerns. And there you go.
Look, the more they want to integrate your medical records, your banking records, everything, and make it very easy for us to get data quickly, it also makes it very easy to be hacked. And you have a lot of different avenues to get into these systems, So the more they integrate, the more that whoever hacks in is going to get just a treasure trove of information. And, in this day and age, information is power. So there you go. And hackers, they don't stop. They never stop. So
they never stop.
Yeah.
Let's see. Snicks says, I haven't gotten paid since they revoked Fred grants. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Sorry to hear that. Like we said, people are going to get affected. I've had it happen to me, man. We had a plant closure here shortly after COVID back in 21. And dude, do what you can and just put the feelers out. Start looking. It's
the same story all the time. Whether we go to war, whether we, anytime they introduce these policies, eventually it's the people that are just working, trying to take care of their families. They're the ones that get affected by it, not those people up there and wasting our freaking money, in the halls of justice and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
So,
that's for sure.
God bless you, man. Hopefully you guys land on your feet.
Okay, let's see. All right, boss, relax. I'm trying to get He said it's time for us to put the mirror on those people that we send to Washington. It's time to put the looking glass to those that we choose to speak for us.
Spotlight.
Of course, you know we're talking about America's best and brightest. Boy. Oh, boy. Got a good one to start with, Dan.
Let's see it, bro.
To start with.
Let's do it.
DOGE
Douche.
says it dug up another $1.9 billion in taxpayer money misplaced by the
Found it
Biden
in
administration.
pillow cushions.
Announcement comes a day after the HUD Secretary, Scott Turner, announced the creation of DOGE Task Force at his agency.
Misplaced it. Sorry. 1.9 billion. Sorry.
Don't know where it went.
Where's the wallet?
Apparently. Surprised didn't go in somebody's bank account. I mean,
probably did.
Yikes. And now look, you might think that Trump's doing great stuff and all this other stuff, but remember, these guys are human. Embarrassed Elon Musk hastily rehires fired nuclear employees after dreadful DOGE error. Douche. Apparently, he let go some nuclear physicists that he wasn't supposed to get rid of. So, yeah, he's having
the janitor will take care of it. Don't worry about it, man. We don't need those physicists.
This friggin' look. 2 is better. This McDonald's
2 is better, dude.
Does not want to go away. It just
2
doesn't.
Is better.
Yeah, so they're making mistakes. Let me tell you, this is something we have to look. I said it when they you know, I've got a lot of friends that are, you know, they're big Trump guys and everything. I said, look, if he gets elected, that's great, but you still better keep a magnifying glass on him and make sure you know what he's doing. You got to keep your eye on it. And some of the stuff he's doing is just, it's making me just go, what are you doing? Snick says Musk needs to go back to Tesla. Trump and Musk are tanking America. They're evil people. Well,
evil people.
I understand some people have that opinion. But you know, I think that they're trying to do some right things, but I really wish the president would get off of some of the stuff he's trying to do. DOGE is great. Even Canada Finance Department has been erasing their financial records.
Whoopsie.
Wow. Go Trump, go Elon, fuck the left. Florida Republic says. Yikes, guys. All right. But anyway, as a part of the best and brightest, you know, we got to look at the Trump cards, boys and girls.
Trump cards.
We got to look at that. If I can find it. Where are
Trump
all my
cards.
graphics at, Daniel? What have you done with my graphics? Where are they?
All right, Musk. You must find the graphics.
And I know what I'm doing wrong. There it is.
There it is.
The Trump cards. We got to look at the Trump cards. And the Trump cards, that's all the moves he's making as far as, you know, executive orders and the people that he's putting in and all that good stuff. First one we got today is Trump announces round of tariffs on steel and aluminum. He did this Monday. 25% tariff on steel and aluminum from outside the country. He wants us to get back to making that right here. He wants to see Pittsburgh make a comeback in the steel industry and all that good stuff. This is, you know, tariffs. I don't know if this is the way to do it. I really don't know, man. It's
the thing about this. That's a great idea. It's a great idea.
But it's going to make prices go up through the roof, and you got people losing jobs.
Because, look, you know, hey, numbers are what they are, and if you're a business person, if you're the kind of person that can open one of these plants and you've got billions, you look at the cost of labor in the United States, and then you look at somewhere else. Maybe it's more cost effective to pay that 25% tariff and still outsource outside the United States because Hell, we pay what, $20,
A lot.
$21 an hour to flip a burger now?
Mm-hmm.
How much you think we have to pay somebody working a steel mill?
Yeah. It's going to be a lot. That's
It's a great idea to try to get Americans back to work, but you have to look at the American worker now.
I was fixing to say, are you going to have people that want to work in that manufacturing atmosphere?
I was
You know what I mean?
when I was at jury duty the other day. I overheard this conversation. This young lady, she worked for a company that they actually had training classes now to deal with the young generation and their work ethic and their need for sensitivity training and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. DEI purposes, things like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Stephen Tingley, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Trump needs to seize Elon's items car factory, and it all overstepped weeks, and U.S. become what it's meant to be. Interesting. That's great.
We have become what we're meant to be. We, as the people.
Mm-hmm.
This is no foreign alien came in here and made us go down these roads.
Mm-hmm.
We've allowed this to happen. And it's not the left, it's not the right. It's everybody. Everybody gets a piece of the shit burger. So it's we are what we are.
Cowpoke Ranch. Elon, like the foreign investor he is, invested $277 million to buy his way to the presidency. Really? Whether you voted for Trump or not, that should be absolutely terrifying.
Look, I was watching from the Oval Office the other day, and we were talking about this before the show. You got the president sitting there at the table, at the desk, but it's looks like a guy from a graveyard with the long black trench coat and the ball cap. He's the one talking, doing all the talk. Yeah, he was the one doing all the talking. And you got the president of the United States just going.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, Elon Musk, he's got a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's got his president. And look, he's right there. He's right there for everybody to see. He's not hiding, that's for sure.
No, he's not.
George Soros hides all the time. But you know he's the money and the influence behind, the Democrat Party. Yep. Elon Musk is right in front of you.
Yep.
So,
all right, let's see what's next here. Let's see. CDC disease detectives halved as part of DOGE cuts at health agencies. We got those cuts going on. And then we've also got this one. This is the one that just makes me go, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Gulf of Mexico renamed to Gulf of America. February 9th, declared Gulf of America Day. Why do we need to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America?
I don't know. I do not know. Look, I fly the flag outside my house. I love my country.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how splintered we are now. And hopefully we can come back from that. But I don't know how renaming the Gulf of Mexico is helpful. But again, I'm not the target audience anymore.
Yeah. Right? We're not.
I'm not the face of the United States anymore. My way of thinking is very archaic now. So,
well, look what he did though, because one of the outlets didn't like the fact that he made it Gulf of America. The White House bars AP reporter from Oval Office because of AP style policy on Gulf of America. They won't call it the Gulf of America. They're still calling it the Gulf of Mexico. And so he barred him from the freaking White. That's just crazy, man. It is absolutely nuts. This is the hill you want to die on?
Look, anybody that's shocked by Trump that didn't pay attention to his first presidency.
Exactly.
He's going to call out what he sees as fake news, unfair reporting. He's going to do that, but he's going to do what he thinks is right for the United States. He's going to be unapologetic about it. He's not going to back down from anything. So,
Yep.
I think at the end of the day, he's going to do a lot of good. It's just the way he goes about it really rubs people the wrong way. But all I know is, his first 4 years in office, we were in pretty good shape, both foreign and domestically. And I voted for him second round. He didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully he can, strengthen our borders and get our economy right again. And, calm the world down again,
Yeah.
and make it a better place. So that's the hope. So
Yeah. I just wish he'd get out from in front of a microphone, dude. That's all.
well, he's not going to. I mean,
I know he's not.
He's not going to change. Nobody changes. We don't change a whole lot. So,
But he got some of his people in. RFK Jr. sworn in as U.S. Health and Human Services Chief.
Yeah.
This one, I'm not a big fan of RFK Jr., but I think he'll do a good job. His family's been in public service for a long time.
Look, he's already pointing fingers. Are getting people are getting fat off of big pharma.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah, it is. We showed the clip of him and Bernie Sanders going at it during his confirmation, and that was pretty telling.
There's a guy that's gotten fat off the government. Is Bernie Sanders. I mean,
yeah,
a lot of them. You can throw a stick and hit anybody on either side of that aisle, and they're making a mint off of us, for sure.
Michael Carter says, "Love the Gulf of America." Hey, man,
enjoy.
I just don't know if that's a thing that we really need to. I think we have bigger fish to fry, is what I'm trying to say.
Bigger fish to fry and
the gum. It's messing me up.
News
also, I'm a big fan of Wonder Woman, and she got confirmed this week too. Senate confirms Gabbard as Trump's director of national intelligence after Republicans.
That's pretty cool that she had a homeless guy there with her as she got sworn in. That's inclusive, dude.
That's her husband, man.
Oh, is it really? I thought he was a homeless dude.
Oh, man.
My man.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, look, Tulsi, I've been a big fan of her. I didn't give any money to anybody's campaign this time around. But in 2020, I did send money to Tulsi Gabbard, though. I wanted her to win. And it still kills me that she destroyed Kamala Harris so bad that she ended her campaign the next week after she buried her in that debate. And then she ends up becoming the vice president of the United States. I was like, man, I'm really living in clown world here. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. But anyway, she made it. Kudos to them for getting her in. I liked this appointment a lot. I really do.
I know you do, bro.
I've been behind Wonder Woman for a while. And lastly, in the Trump cards tonight, we've got his decision to U.S. Army bars transgender people from enlisting, ends gender affirming care services. Now, I agree with one part of the headline, and I don't agree with the other part of the headline. I don't think we need to be providing gender affirming care at military bases and stuff like that. I don't think we should be doing that. But if these people want to do that, they're adults. They can do what they want with their body. And if that transgender person is really good at driving a tank, why aren't they driving a tank? I don't get that one. But,
yeah, I mean, if they can get the job done, they're best for the job, well suited for the job.
Yeah,
rock on. I don't care. In war, you give a shit less what their gender is.
How many times have we said, Dan? There's no racists in foxholes, right?
No, at the end of the day, you're just fighting for your brother. It's just whatever your gender. Mm-hmm. Who cares? Just
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're
like I said, I agree with half of it. The other half I don't. I mean, when I heard they were trying to drum out all the transgenders, I was like, you don't need to do that.
Well, I think he's got to be across the board. If you're going to do it here, you got to do it all. So,
yes. Yeah.
In that respect, you got to say, okay, he's doing it across the board. He's doing it across the board. So,
but as far as the gender affirming care, which is the operations they have to have the sex change, they should be paying for that themselves. That is a personal thing. That's a personal choice. Yeah, we shouldn't be paying for that stuff. That's for sure. Let's see. Okay. I believe that is it for that. So guess what, boys and girls? I just heard Sly is talking right here. He's not yelling at me now. He's not yelling at me now. He says it's time to buckle your chin strap.
Oh,
get the cup on. Get ready. Get your pads on, because it's time to turn out the lights.
play. Boom! I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
Oh man,
Oh,
dude. I mean, that's criminal. How he wasn't taken out in cuffs, I don't understand, dude. I really don't. I don't get it. Don't get it.
he distorted the guy's jersey, his helmet. He couldn't even see what team he played for.
I'm pretty sure the Kurt Warner we're talking to today is a clone. Pretty sure.
Yeah,
I think he was actually killed on that football.
Yeah, he was. It's no doubt.
Rip Kurt Warner.
No doubt.
You guys have been active in the chat. Thanks a lot, guys. I love your voices.
Yeah, smoking.
And we've got some differing voices today. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people I've never seen before. Very cool, man.
Welcome.
I don't know how you found me, but
Yeah.
keep on checking it out and like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff, man. We do this every week. Now,
Yeah, big
as
thanks
far as
to everybody
our
taking time out of their day and joining us. Big thanks. And
Yep.
big thanks for everybody voicing their opinion, man. That's what it's all about. So
That's right. That's why we
Yep.
live in the greatest country in the world. You can do that.
Yep.
That's right. Okay, so tonight I just wanted to give you guys a laugh. I saw this week and I thought it was funny as hell. It is Snoop Dogg narrating. He's
Snoop Dogg
narrating
does
Planet
Marvin
Earth.
Perkins.
No big agenda here. Just want to give you a laugh. You guys check this out. It's pretty damn funny.
These are beavers. Oh, look like, oh my God, that's a crocodile. That's Wally Gator. Look how they stand up on their toes like, hey, cuz, we got to get up out of here, cuz, come on. He got him cornered right now. Oh, wow, were they going head up with him? They ain't scared of him. What is these animals? Them the ones that eat snakes, huh? Is them mongooses? Oh,
Mongooses.
it's about 12 of them, cuz they didn't back the gator up. I ain't never seen a gator get punked by no mongooses. Retreat. Yeah, retreat. Yeah, back up, fool. Yeah. We them.
Yeah, boy.
I thought that was awesome.
He was in a
man.
spot he wasn't supposed to be in, man. Find your way down the river, dude. Can't be around here.
Also, I wanted to show
so
you
good.
guys this one. Let's see. I wanted to show you guys some of this. Now, look, AI has gotten off the chain, guys. It is crazy. A friend of mine sent me this. I'm going to play you a little bit of it. It's an AI song. Everything in this is AI. The song is AI. The art and everything in it's AI. You just got to check this out. It's a song called FAFO. You'll get the gist. I'm just going to play a little bit of it. The guys that made this, it's C Reason, and you look. You just got to check this out. That's pretty cool.
It's AI version
Mm-hmm.
and concerts. Kiss is far from over, but
Yeah.
the things that AI can do is that thing was pretty killer. It really was.
Yeah,
Music
it's a
was
pretty cool
kick-ass.
spot. Like I said, look up C Reason on Twitter. You'll see it there. It's pretty cool stuff, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Now the thing about AI, like you were saying about Kiss, didn't they just sell their rights to put on the AI type shows, right?
Yeah.
The holographic shows and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of bands doing that now. I think who was the last band that we reported did that? I can't remember.
I know Ozzy was supposed to have an AI like a New Year's show.
I know that ABBA was one of the first bands to do it. They've been having those kind of shows in Europe for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, very cool stuff. Thought that
Very
was neat as hell. I really did.
Pretty cool.
Okay, so boys and girls, it's time for the Simple Jack Award.
Shit.
It's that award that my brother likes to give out weekly to let you know, there's people out there, and sometimes it's an organization, sometimes it's an entire country. Could be a corporation. They're trying to do the right thing, but they just can't quite get it done. And That's who gets the Simple Jack Award. They're trying to do the right thing, and they can't quite get it done. And this week, what did you decide to call it this week, Dan? I can't remember which edition it is this week.
This was the inappropriate misspelling Simple Jack.
Misspelling Simple Jack Award. Here we
Inappropriate.
go. Tori Spelling under fire for letting her 7-year-old son massage her in exchange for his allowance. What the fuck? Excuse me.
So son was wanting to make some allowance, some money around. 7-year-old kid, right? Allowance, chores, right? Well, I got a chore for you. Why don't you give mama a massage? And there's a picture of her laid out with just a pink towel over her butt, and the 7-year-old's giving her a massage, rubbing her legs, and it goes on. If you read more, inappropriate. It goes on to say, her mothering style. Of course, she's going through a divorce. Blah blah blah. Her mothering style. She came up with a great idea of and talked her 7-year-old to, let's take a shower prior. Sometimes take a shower. Sometimes shower yourself. Sometimes, and then get dressed the night before. So when you wake up, you can sleep a little bit more. I can sleep a little bit more. You already be dressed and go on to school. So she's got the son extra. You and I had chores. We had to wash dishes, take out trash, sweep up leaves. 7-year-old here, he gets to massage mom, full body massage, I guess. And he gets to sleep in his clothes overnight and wake up the next day and go to school in the wrinkled up clothes. And that's good mothering right there. So she's gone full retard on a maternal scale. And that's all I have to say about that.
Oh, no, I wasn't ready. I was looking at something else, but I'm ready now. I think maybe one of these days.
Sorry, everyone. We fucked that up.
Yeah, I fucked it up bad.
I said she went full retard on a maternal scale. And that's all I have to say about that.
Never go full retard. Never go full retard.
Never go full retard. Let's say it again.
Never go full retard.
Yeah, I messed that up. I was looking at something else. I was looking at the chat. We have not had a chat like that in a while. Very active chat today. I was catching up on it. But anyway, Tori Spelling, not the sharpest parent in the shed, it looks like.
No. I got a chore for you. Why don't you give me a massage?
That's scary, bro. That's definitely scary. That's definitely scary. All right. That's our show for this week, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed it. Hylunder, it's good to see you again, my brother.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to get back on our regular schedule. Let's see. Koi Kehoe says, stop hating on the wee Todd did community. We todded. I love how you spelled that.
We todded.
Oh man. Hey, you got to call it out when you see it. And that's
call it out when you see it.
No doubt. But anyway, I'm going to let you
Jack.
guys know what's going on with the channel before we get out of here.
You make me happy.
You make me happy, right? You're watching The Brothers Hack the Matrix. We do this every Sunday night. Every single night, damn it. No, we actually do it every Sunday night at 6 p.m. going forward. Now that football season's over with, and I think we're going to keep it here during football season too. That way we can give people a break during the football game, right? The 9 hours of football that you have to watch during a season, you might want to just go ahead and take a break from it and just chill, right? Is that too loud, Dan? Or is that good?
No, good.
Oh, hang on. It'd help if I shared it. That would be good, wouldn't it? Let's go ahead and do that real quick. But that's no good either because I forgot to hit the button. Yes, this is what happens when you haven't done this show in a while, boys and girls. You forget things.
A lot of moving parts, man.
The sounds you're hearing right now are from Danny's album, Sharkin' for Pearls. And by the way, you can check that out anywhere where you get your music from. This is the second album, Undertow. I don't have a graphic for the third one. What was the third one called? The Deep?
The Deep, bro.
The Deep, even. But anyway, you can check it out anywhere you get your music. It's
I'm working on Astral Plane as we speak, bro.
Astral Plane. Remember, it's Sharkin, I-N, for Pearls. Okay? Don't forget about that. Anyway, you can see me and him
free
do
for your listening pleasure.
Right. you can check us out every Sunday at 6 p.m. going forward. We'll fill you in on the week's headlines. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time, you can check out Military Monday with myself, Gary, Anima, and Martin Acosta Santana. We're going to be talking about the Finnish TV series Conflict. I watched the first 2 episodes of this. I don't know if I'm going to get it done before the show, but I don't understand half of it because half of it's in Finnish. And it's really weird. Half of it's English, half of it's Finnish. But it's pretty good. It's a pretty good show. You guys check us out as we talk about it this Monday on Military Monday. Gary and I are vets, and we talk about military stuff in movies and TV shows. So come check it out. And then It's Only Talk and Roll comes your way at 4 p.m. Central Time, usually on Mondays, but he's not going to have a show this week. He's taking a week off. But look for that every Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time on That's 70s Rock Band's channel. And then I start my streaming week on Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Central Time with Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. Like that one? Me just looking disgusted, like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah. Anyway, this week I'm going to start my playthrough of Mass Effect 2. I started this Tuesday. People have been waiting for me to get it started, and we're finally going to do it this Tuesday. Mass Effect 2 starts now. If you didn't know this, I've never played it before, guys. That's the big thing about this. I've never played it, so you get to see how I react to it. This is a really popular game set, Daniel. The first 3 of them are like considered classics. So I'll be playing it for the first time this Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time. And then Wednesday, it's the pop culture show of the week, State of the Atmosphere, where we're definitely going to talk some Captain America, Brave New World, and we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of other stuff that has to do with TV shows and movies and all that good stuff. Pop culture, everything you need to know. This Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on State of the Atmosphere. And then, of course, Sketching the Privateer comes your way on Friday, where I work on my comic book. You can check it out for about an hour before I go to work at 1 p.m. Central Time every Friday. Sketching the Privateer, the story of America's pirate patriot. Fridays at 1 p.m. Central Time. And then at 8 p.m. Central Time, our good friend Das Wolfen, who was in the chat today, will be playing Fallout Tale of Two Wastelands on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel on their show Gaming Night with John. You guys go check that out. Our good friends that are on our panel on Wednesdays are always there to troll him while he's playing at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel. And then it's right back around to us, Hylunder and I, on Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. So, for myself and the Hylunder, we want to thank you guys for being here. Let's check in on the chat one more time, see what's going on. Jiggy Fun says, love this song. I'm glad you like it. That's by Hylunder right there. Let's see. It's nothing to do with the bathtub gin. Okay, whatever, bro. I'm starting to think some of these people are friggin' bots. Why couldn't that happen to Trump administration, Musk, and family? Whatever. But anyway, you guys take it easy. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.